Hello!
Welcome, Shannon Heaton here.
And I'm Matt Heaton here.
And we're going to play an hour of not too fast,
Not too fast.
not too obscure Irish tunes with some of you here joining us, playing with us, being with us in the chat. Boy, it does not take much to perk us up.
Yeah.
And it does not take much to bring us down.
Yeah.
We've had a couple weird days, and I have to say, like, if it's so easy to come back up or to come back down, I think we're living, like, if it's easy to get in the poo,
Yeah.
and it's easy to get out of the
Yeah.
poo, maybe we're living too close to the poo line.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard. Balance is hard,
Yeah.
and getting together to play some tunes does not need to be that difficult.
No.
So you're very welcome. So glad, Bob, that you are in Wisconsin joining us and getting ready to spend 2 weeks in Scotland. You're going to have a wonderful trip. To Paul in Quebec, welcome to you. Kevin in Central Texas, I'm glad that things are drying out slowly for you, and I hope that you and your loved ones are safe. Ted in Ottawa, hello and welcome. Kirsten in Germany, hello and welcome to you. Hi, Aaron in Southern Arizona. Hi to Mike in Worcester, Ohio, although they probably say it differently in Ohio. Hello to Kel and Jen in Ypsilanti, Michigan. You're very welcome to the virtual guided session. ALG, your very first live VGS.
Woo!
Yay! Thanks for joining us. Glad to have you here. Arthur in France, welcome to you, my friend, and thank you for sending a new creation to me this week. We're going to try it at next month's VGS. Very exciting. We have another exciting contribution for this month from a VGS community member. Ellen in St. Louis, glad to have you playing Mando along with us. When Matt picks up the bouzouki, you guys will be just like ringing up a storm. Paulo in Uruguay, thank you for joining us again. You're very welcome. Peter, welcome to you in San Diego. And to Isabel in Montreal, hello and welcome to you. Glad to have you joining us on the whistle. Hi, Lynn in Connecticut, also on the whistle. Hi, Julie and Wes and Frederick. Hi, Diana in Southern California. Nice to see you. And hi to Carrie in Florida. Hi to Julie in East Tennessee. Brian in Santa Cruz. Maria in the UK. Stephen in South Africa. Thanks for joining us live. Delighted to have you here. Jerry in Arkansas. Sean in upstate New York. We're going to have a great hour of music together, and we're going to start with Apples in Winter. What a lovely jig is this? Putting it in the chat in E minor. That's how it starts. If you don't know it, just try B, E, E, B, E, E, and then you'll get another note, and then another note. 1, 2, here we go, friends.
Heaton on the breath control. Nice, nice.
Not just breath, but dynamics.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's a lovely tune. And if you know it, great. If you know a simple version and you didn't do much melodic variation and you heard me changing things along the way and you were able to hold your line, great. If you were inspired by any little melodic invention that I came up with, some of them were better than others, feel free to try them out and then apply them to all your e-jigs, and in that way you will be creating your own melodic variation palette and combining it in your own ways.
Very nice. And that tune also has a 4-part version, which we obviously were not playing.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct. Tony, missed a welcome to you. Happy to have you joining us. We have a double course majesty here today. This is wonderful. And to Mary and Eugene, welcome to you. Hi, Fel in LA. Welcome, welcome. We got pipes. We got a lot of good instrument combinations here today. Hi, Pam in Cambridge. Hi, Steve on the box in Pennsylvania. Wonderful tune. We're going to carry on with some wonderful reels with the Earl's Chair and with Over the Moor to Maggie, which I got to play with a bunch of folks in Vermont a couple weeks ago at the Northeast Heritage Music Camp. So this goes out to the NHMC people. First, the Earl's Chair into Over the Moor to Maggie in G, but the third part is in C, or it starts on the C chord.
C. The chorus.
The chorus.
The hook. Isn't that like it was that tune and then someone added that third part later on?
I don't know, Matthew. I think you just made that up.
No.
And someone
Pretty
told
sure it's one
me
of mine.
it's like further unsubstantiated. The era of fake news must be
right.
challenged. So I'm not sure about that information. It could be, but it is a hook, isn't it?
Yeah.
That third part, that C
that
part
is
of Over the Moor to
That is
Maggie.
the memorable part.
You know what else has a hook?
What?
Is the second part of the Earl's Chair.
Yeah, you're
Let's go on this
Okay,
set.
let's do this.
1, 2, here we go. Not too fast now. A 1, 2, 1. nice.
Yeah.
Enjoyable. Trying to keep things at a moderate pace. I think by the end we probably had ticked up just a little bit. Hopefully not too much. I'd rather have it go that direction though than starting fast and frantic and then ending kind of heavy. It's kind of like running. It's good to maybe set out a nice moderate pace, and if things pick up a little bit because the group spirit is high, so be it. But if you kind of crash and burn, that's a little bit of a bummer.
It's less fun.
So
It's less
hopefully that was the right direction.
Yeah.
We're going to carry on with some slip jigs.
Slip jigs.
Last time around, Jenny was talking about slip jigs, and Joey was as well. So we're going to play The Night Before Larry Was Stretched.
Delightful.
The Night Before Larry Was Hanged. Yes, it's a totally gross title, but
Yeah.
also kind of colorful.
You'll run into those.
It's in B minor. Kind of does sound ominous
A little bit.
for the title.
Yeah. But then, of course, it goes to a nice, happy D major B part. So.
Yep, into Give Us a Drink of Water, which is in the In Harmony collection, if anybody is working out of that. Actually, Night Before Larry Was Stretched is in First 50.
Oh.
Good tunes. These are
Yeah.
good tunes.
Yeah.
I know they are, because we
You have
included
vetted
them.
them.
Yes, we vetted them. To Marco and Jeanette, welcome to you. To Susan and Robert, welcome to you in Tennessee. Thanks for joining us. Sergio, how nice that you're here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And to... yes, Bazooki Inbound, ALG, Bazooki Inbound. I'm delighted to have all these bazookies and
Yeah.
mandos here
Oh, yeah.
today, and citerns. It's exciting.
I'm gonna be teaching a lot of bazooki at Portal Irish Music Week. If anyone wants to come bring a bazooki, I'll be
In
doing.
beautiful Kingston,
Yeah.
New Mexico,
That's
which
right.
I keep referring to as Arizona.
Yeah, me
Pardon
too.
me for my
Oh,
mountain
yeah.
states ignorance. I
Dang.
know it is in New Mexico. It's my fault. I
Yeah.
keep saying that because the Portal Irish Music Week, the portal into Irish music, did begin in
nice.
Portal, Arizona. That's
Yeah.
why I have that in my head. But it's been in Kingston, New Mexico for a few years, and it's beautiful. So here we go with some gorgeous, if ominous, macabre slip jig. Da da do do da da dum. One. One, two, three.
thirsty.
Are you?
Yeah, a little.
Go get some water. You shouldn't be thirsty.
Okay, can
Yeah.
you hold down the fort for a moment?
I can.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Doug, I'm glad that you're
You want
playing the
anything?
fiddle in Minneapolis. Sure, I'll have some water. Why not? And Jennifer in Ypsilanti, welcome to you. Glad you're joining us today. Delighted to have you here. Arthur learning a jig in A minor named Billy McCormick's. I know a jig in E minor. It's probably the same one. Is it that one? I wonder. If it is, and you're doing it in A minor, I'll take a peek at his version and I'll try to get that for next time. Joni, I'm glad you're finding this soothing, much like that last slip jig. Give us a drink of water. Does seem like it maybe doesn't have to take too much to soothe our spirits. We were talking in the very beginning of this live stream about how it can be difficult, sort of easy for us to kind of get knocked off of our optimism and our game here these days. Doesn't take much. And it doesn't take much to get us back. I mentioned that maybe that means we're living too close to the to the edge if it doesn't take much.
We need a bigger buffer zone.
Yeah, or maybe we're living within our means. Maybe if it doesn't take much,
Okay.
maybe actually this is sustainable. All it takes is a little sip of water and an hour connecting with a lovely group of people who are encouraging, maybe that's a good sign that it doesn't take much to bring us all back up.
Let's go
A little
with
bit of
that.
water.
I like it. Giving us a drink of water. Is it time for some hornpipes? Is it time for the hornpipes?
It
as
is,
they say?
it is. And speaking of the Hornpipes and speaking of Peter Rahill, you wrote a lovely tune some years ago and we got to record it remotely with you. I recorded it on the flute and the whistle and you played bouzouki, I think, maybe. And there were other instruments on the recording. This tune goes well below the range of the flute and the whistle. So I was not able to play it exactly the way that you wrote it, which worked fine on the recording because there were other voices covering that. We wanted to try it for you today. However, I had to adjust the tune a little bit to accommodate the lack of low notes. So this is a tune called Whiskey Plank. It's a lovely hornpipe written by our own San Diego master, Peter Rahill. And then we're going to precede it with the Peacock's Feather, which we wrote, which we recorded for the Tune of the Month. We did not write it. It's a beautiful traditional tune.
Wish we had wrote it.
It's this month's Tune of the Month.
Oh my god.
So if you don't know it already, after this or
What
in
is-
the middle, you
what
can
is
pause
this-
and learn it.
What is the tune of the month? If someone doesn't know.
Once a month, we put up a tune to learn.
On YouTube?
That's right.
That's right.
On this YouTube
Yeah.
channel. And this month we did the Peacock's Feather, one of the Peacock's Feathers. So we'll give it a try. 1, 2, here we go. Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place. My brain is going to focus on these hornpipes.
Go.
1. A 1, 2. fun. Love it. I kind of feel like that tune needs to move a bit. I think it's a really delightful hornpipe whiskey plank. Way to go, Peter. And hello and welcome to you, Aidan, joining us in Ireland. Glad to have you here. And yeah, Doug, I hear what you're saying. There are like some shades of the Green Castle hornpipe in there. Yeah, I got that. I can hear that. Very lovely. Lovely tunes. And Brian, I agree. Whiskey plank does sound like something you'd get a grill a nice piece of salmon on. Or some mushrooms.
Hey, make me hungry.
Amazing. Amazing. What is next, Matt Heaton?
It is reel time. It is time for some reels. We're going to play a set of goodies. The Duke of Leinster into Drowsy Maggie into Kitty Gone and Milkin.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Peter, if I don't know if you're on the VGS Facebook page. I think you're not. If you're not, just send me a note and let me know if you'd like for me to post sheet music of that tune, as folks are asking for. And it's the last piece of siding on a wooden ship. That's the whiskey plank.
Oh.
Interesting.
Okay.
Lovely.
Did not
Perfect.
know.
Maria, that tune is going somewhere. That tune is going somewhere. But first, the Duke. Not too fast.
Yeah.
Two. Here we go. Oh, I love those tunes. Those little single reels, the Drowsy Maggie and Kitty Gone Milkin in particular, are just so lovely. And I think Kitty Gone Milkin, I think that was recorded by John McKenna. I have that in my head. But we definitely included it in our Oil for the Chain collection. And every time that I play it, I think of a bicycle because it has that like and that was the cover photograph of that collection. Was me standing beside my dad's bicycle, me as like a 4-year-old or 3.5-year-old, and I do remember that right after that photograph was taken, the bicycle fell on me. I remember it. I remember that is an early memory of mine. It didn't traumatize me. It didn't scare me away from the bikes, but I do remember that happening. Yes.
Well, next up, it is now time for the VGS tradition, the Offertory selection. And what that means, friends, is we're going to play a couple tunes for you that you are, well, you're welcome to play along if you want, but you might not know them. And if you would like to support the workings of the virtual guided session, there is a PayPal link and a Venmo link. It is kind of a pass the hat situation.
And what does that mean, supporting the VGS mission? It means so that we can sort of defray the expenses of saying no to a few gigs and be here on the Saturday to do it.
Staying home on the Saturday.
And it's such an honor to get to do this and to get to bring all of us together here. I can't believe that we're still going.
Yeah.
But also, I just, I imagine trying to keep this going when we can, because it's just such a positive, simple thing, like we were talking about. Those easy wins, those easy ways to fill the cup, to drink a little bit of water, to connect with folks for an hour and play some music. If that kind of boosts things up just incrementally for you, maybe that's the way to go. Maybe just little steps is sustainable and doable. So if this is helpful and you're enjoying it, I'm delighted. And for you, we will play this new set of tunes. So our neighbor, Justin, got a dog recently, and his dog Mario has needed a lot of care and feeding and a lot of walks around the neighborhood because he's very spirited. He's amazing. Now, Justin is a lovely person and a very nice conversationalist, but we didn't always have a lot of chat until Mario came around. I love the companionship that animals can bring to their people. And I also really love the catalyst that they can be for people to kind of connect with one another. It's kind of an excuse in a way. It's not an excuse. It's a conversation point.
It's an entree. Yeah.
So when our friend, when her son got his dog Fernand, I was just so moved that as pets do, not only did Fernand bring such joy to Gab's life, but also he's sort of been this focal point for conversations and for connection within the family. So we wrote this tune for Fernand and for his family, his human family. It's called A Dog for Gab. And we'll follow it with a tune that we wrote years ago for Pat when he was cooking a chicken dinner during a virtual guided session, and it's called Chicken Dinner. Yay, the dog walking or jogging tune. There we go. So, folks, nothing follows a jig and reel set like a hop jig. So that's what we're going to try now. Okay. Roberto, buenos tardes. Welcome to you. I'm so glad you're joining us. And we're going to play the beautiful Promenade. Mm-hmm. That's a great one. Mm-hmm. Into. If you're not sure what a hop jig is, a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, kind of in one. Dum, 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 dum. Not to be confused with a slip jig, which is all about those beautiful internal beats to go along with that amazing footwork that covers a lot of ground.
Right.
No, the hop jig is close. Dum dum ta dee, dum dum ta dee. So we'll give it a try. Promenade. And the boys of Ballisodaire, hop jig. La do do la do 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 la do 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 do. Woo! Let's hear it for the lovely and talented Matt Eaton. Lovely little hop jigs.
Those are good. Those are good. Those are fun.
On some level, they're quite simple. So for early practitioners of Irish music, those are nice ones to start with. They're manageable. And there's a heck of a lot of music in those as well. So you can kind of go deep and rock some serious elements of style for the more advancing.
It's not all about the number of notes, is it?
That's correct.
Yeah, getting them in the right order is just...
And finding that feel for the hop jigs. There you go. Internalize that and apply them to all of thy hop jigs. They're just great. And I love that Flossie and Moss were promenading along with that.
Aw.
That goes out to you. How special and sweet. And hello, alas, it's me. Welcome. Glad you're joining us again. We're going to carry on with some reels. A beauty, the Skylark.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-dee-doo-dee-doo-doo-doo, an oldie. Into
Roaring Mary?
yes. So that's a pretty classic set, isn't it? Is that a Coleman set probably?
Oh, is
Or
that
the-
do they go? Yeah.
yeah, they go together a lot.
Okay.
They have gone together in the past.
They're going together now.
These historic sets needn't be played intact like this every time.
No.
We
but it's
needn't
kinda nice.
play the same tunes with the same tunes together every time. I encourage any of you who get in those kinds of ruts at your local session to be mischievous and break things up. There was a time that a bunch of Boston players went down to the Catskills. Catskills Irish Arts Week is about to be happening. And a few years ago, some Boston players went down with T-shirts that said, "Free the Tar Bolton 3." 3 tunes, the Tar Bolton, the Longford Collector, and the Sailor's Bonnet, have historically been put together in a set. That's no reason to not play the Tar Bolton with something else.
You could spring one of them.
Yes, but that said, it's good to know where things are coming from. So, the Skylark and Roaring Mary, both in D. First one. What a beautiful tune. Into. Sometimes people play. How do I do it? That's how I do it. They're both correct.
Yeah.
All right. Does that feel like a good speed?
I think
1,
so.
2. That's a bit fast, is it?
Chat.
Just as long as we don't go too fast.
misty.
Nice.
Yeah. Those are good.
Yeah.
So
Comes
what are
in with a
those?
roar, goes out like a whisper.
That's what was going on there.
That was the narrative arc.
I get it.
The
I get it.
Skylark, and then Roaring Mary,
Yeah.
and then.
Hey, speaking of narrative arcs, I thought I posted this thing on Instagram that I thought was very clever. Our kid and I were
Yes.
we're playing basketball, and I got a shot of the ball above the rim. And I thought, like, did it go in? Did it not go in? Find out at the session. But no one's really asked.
Well, you forgot. You totally forgot until now.
Well, I forgot, but I didn't know.
You thought you'd be prompted.
The real question is, does anyone notice that I posted that? I don't know.
I don't know that that's the right question.
No.
I don't know that
Okay.
that's the right question. The right question, I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I think we have to find the right question.
Yeah. So
Is
what
the
is
right question? Is the right
Yeah.
question? Did the ball go in the hoop?
Yeah.
Is that the right question?
Yeah, because I know the answer to that.
Yeah.
but-
So stay tuned after the next set.
Okay.
We will find out what
Yeah.
the question is.
Yeah. If you need, you can go look it up somewhere in the meantime.
We're going to carry on with some jigs. You never know. You got to try everything. You never know what's going to make great TV. Winnie Hayes. This is a lovely little jig that's sometimes played in E minor. We're going to play it in A minor, going all the way up to the high C. So, for flute players who don't have a C key like I do, you could try left 2, right 1, 2. That can work really well for the high C. I'm going to be using my key. And then we're going to go into Maid on the Green. Yes? La do do do, la do 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 do. 1, 2, here we go. part for the boys of the town. It's in harmony, I think.
That wasn't the boys of the town, I don't think.
Yeah, the other boys of the town.
Oh, okay.
What did I say that was called?
Maid
on the Green.
Yeah.
Pardon me, I went into the wrong B part.
Yeah.
Here's the tune one more time around for the record. 1, 2, 3. Pardon me for my poor leadership there. Isn't that amazing? It's the boys of the town. It's one of the boys of the towns. Anyway, so there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. And always learning.
Yeah.
And always making mistakes.
Oh yeah. Happens.
And try again. And so thank you for joining us here and sort of giving us space to share some tunes, to guide and lead some tunes, and also to step back and, what's the word? Reassess, readjust. And thank you for giving us things to look forward to. This is what we can do for one another, as we had talked about in the beginning. It doesn't take much to kind of knock us down. Yeah. And it doesn't take much to bring us up again.
Speaking of knocking them down, it did go in. The ball did go in the basket.
I had a big setup.
Oh, sorry.
I had a big setup. I had a big punchline.
Oh, well, you keep going.
It's okay. So the ball went in. The ball went in, which is something to celebrate. And how sweet is this? Carrie said, I noticed that basketball shot. And Marco said, he noticed. And Pam said, yes, we want to know. This kind of thing, cheering each other on and getting excited about each other's successes and comforting each other during our missteps. I think this is maybe more sustainable than like big wins and big losses. Maybe it's okay that the little and the big and the little wins and the little losses do have an impact. Means we're taking it all in. So thank you for joining us and for being part of this journey, friends. Gurmagat ta paliv. Shukran. Dankjewel for joining us for this month's virtual guided session. Toda. Merci beaucoup. Trugare arigato gozaimasu. Muchas gracias. Tusen tak. Gurmayat. Dziękuję. Sese. Tote. Dankeschön. Mille grazie. And hope you'll join us next month, the second Saturday of August. Kamsahamnida, Evcharisto, Chwala Vam, Eskerikaso, Tanyavad, Gidos, Natenda, Miigwech, Yudva for being so kind to one another. Spasiba, Ahehe, Salamat, Tarimakashi for meeting here in this music from all sorts of different places and all sorts of different viewpoints. Dioch, Kusanem, muito obrigada, Gamun, Aita. We're going to end with the beautiful Gypsy Princess, a barn dance that we probably most associate with our friend Johnny Williams and Dean McGraw. And wonderful to have you join us for this hour of musical power together. And may there be many more free throws. There were some excellent shots being made today.
There were some. And there were some, there were some misses.
That's right.
Thanks, Shannon. Thanks for having us along.
Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Dum, 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 da, 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 da. This is a simple one. If all you can play is G, play it. my goodness, Karen, I'm seeing your message. Elfie, happy birthday. You're wonderful. Happy birthday, Alfie. Happy birthday, everyone, for happy day, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and maybe we'll see you here again at the virtual guided session. Be so well, everybody. Thank you.